Welcome to a couple of bunkies. A couple of years ago, I made some pipes, and I ended up handing them out to friends and family. And now I'm left with no pipes and a little bit of pipe tobacco to smoke, so I wanted to go ahead and make my own pipe. Now, this pipe, I wanted it to be kind of ergonomic and small, where I could easily fit it in my pocket. And the small piece of walnut is actually made from a neighbor's walnut tree that she had to get cut down a few years ago. Now, before cutting the entire shape of the pipe on the bandsaw, I find that having kind of a square bottom helps when holding the pipe straight in order to drill the holes. Now, this one would be my 5th or 6th pipe I've had to make, and I find it extraordinarily relaxing. Now, I'm using a 3/4 inch bit on my drill press, and it looks like I need to go ahead and take a file and sharpen this Forstner bit. I ended up inheriting a huge box of Forstner bits that absolutely make the world of difference. Now, while drilling down, I try to hold it at a slight angle. I try to make this a nice slow process so I don't end up burning or damaging the bit. And I make sure to go deep enough and not too deep so I don't end up breaking through the side wall of the pipe. Now, after my previous experience making a handful of pipes, I decided to invest in much longer drill bits. Before, the longest drill bit that I had was a masonry bit that just wasn't doing the job. Now, this actually takes a heck of a lot of skill. I would suggest marking the bit so you don't accidentally penetrate too deep. And it looks like my holes don't meet up, so I'm going to have to go a little deeper with the drill press. Now, I had inherited this drill press from my father, and I kind of thought it was broken. Turns out, you just have to be a little smarter than the machinery that you're working with. For the life of me, I didn't understand why the drill wouldn't go down further than an inch. To find out, there are 2 set screws on the side of it that prevent me from going any further down. Now that I finally got it so the holes meet up, I can sand and shape the pipe to the best of my ability. So this is a Ryobi corded 4-inch by 36-inch belt and a 6-inch disc sander. Mine has a 2.5-inch dust port that I can hook directly to my dust collector. I was really trying to make the tip of this pipe absolutely beautiful, but after using it a few times, I found that I had a lot of issues. Most of the pipes that I've had in the past, it was narrow enough that I could kind of hold it with my teeth. This pipe was wide and very pretty looking, but I had to physically push it into my mouth, and I couldn't comfortably hold it. I ended up fixing this with a file later on. We ended up buying this spindle sander a few years ago, and it's absolutely one of my favorite pieces of equipment to work on. And since these are pretty fun and easy projects, and they make pretty darn good gifts, I'm thinking of making a series on making a handful of classical looking pipes. And I promise I'll try to keep the project in the sight of the camera for all of those videos. Okay, now I'm going to do a quick hand sanding, and I'm going to do some poly after that. Now, because of all the contours of something this small and delicate, I used a sanding sponge. And finally, we'll put a coat of poly on. Now eventually my wife ended up wanting a pipe of her own, and I had some accidents that I had to use some epoxy, so I went ahead and epoxied both mine and my wife's pipe. And here is the final product after the epoxy.